Okay, so welcome back to the geothermal core. Like I told y'all last time, way up top here is an ice beam door, and behind there is our plasma beam. So, as you can see, the puddle spores that were here last time are gone, but we don't need them. We can just hop right across. However, where is the path? I think it's this way. Yeah. Now that we have the grapple beam, I can go over here. Take this. So these units are essentially giant spinner devices. You can raise them like this to make platforms. We get the little puzzle music again. It's the same music we got in the Space Pirate research base when we were activating the holo projector. So we raise these. And up here. Now we can go do the final one. This one is going to raise the roof. Oddly enough. Normal music comes back. And as you can see, we have a long track around the room. That door is where we're going. We start here. And we move all the way around. As you can see, these are more of the plated parasites that can be destroyed by multiple. So, let's make our way around. Okay, and as you see, if you get hit by them, they'll knock you right off, so I'm going to cut, we're going to jump back up there. So this is probably the most extensive spider ball track in the game. There's more like this in Metroid Prime 2. Metroid Prime 2 uses a lot more spider ball and introduces some new mechanics to it as well, including a really annoying boss. That's kind of cool. These are, you don't have to stay on the track itself on these portions. You can move along the plates here. So we're supposed to go along the sides here, but I can just bomb my way all the way up. This is kind of a tricky fall. It can be kind of scary your first time. Oh, yeah. Alright, we made it. So now, this is a really cool little room. This is the plasma processing. So we see more of these lava tubes coming in. A lot of red hot rock on the ceiling. The central unit here, which I'm not sure what this is. And this is our plasma beam. So this is by far the best beam in the game. It extends out. It's huge, as you see. It fires a beam of plasma. You charge it up, shoots an even larger one, and that shot will completely vaporize enemies, which we'll see in a moment. So now, we're going to head back to the Phazon Mines and finish it up. Now these guys are kind of resistant to heat, so it won't do anything to them. It still won't kill these guys because they can't be killed. But these guys, let's show you. Okay, so shoots quickly. As you see, it sets enemies on fire and will deal damage over time. Takes them out pretty quick, but if I charge it up, hits him, it completely vaporizes him. And there as well. And you see it uses that same animation that the blood flower way back when used when I blew it up. It'll use that animation on any enemy you kill like that. So it's pretty much a one-hit kill on most enemies in the game. And even when it's not, it fires very quickly, as you see. It has a lot of range. It doesn't have infinite range, as you see I'm not hitting the walls over there. But I can hit about that far. So it fires fast, it's accurate, the beam moves very quickly. It's a fantastic gun. There's nothing over here. And it does show up on your heat visor, as you see. Accurately. So, now we can head back through here. Actually, you know what? Before we head through here, while I'm in Magmore, I'm going to head back and grab my ice missile. So I'm going to do a little cut. See you guys in a minute. Okay, so we're back in this room. Now I can just grapple right across. Makes it much quicker getting through. Also freeze these. Now, I'll blow this up. Put it down below. Here. It's my ice spreader. This is probably my favorite missile combo in the game. So this is like the super missile except ice, and it essentially functions as the ice missiles do in Metroid Fusion. So if I fire it, it creates a whole bunch of ice on the walls. It's really effective against the ice troopers, certain other enemies. So while we're here also, let's grab that power beam upgrade that's up where we got the artifact. At the top of this room. Or, excuse me. Power bomb upgrade. This tunnel is down, bridge is down again. Huh, music didn't come back for some reason. Be back in a minute. So back in here. Back in this cool room. I like this room a lot. Chozo statue, and we've got some script on the walls. Warrior shrine. So presumably this was a shrine created to Chozo warriors. Got some cool symbols on the wall behind them. So, I'm gonna drop a power bomb here. Opens up. Fall down in this little tunnel here. And this power bomb expansion, just like a missile expansion. So now I have 4 of those total. This drops us back in this room. So now we're going to head all the way back to where I was a minute ago. See you in a second. Okay, so now we're back here. Can blow this up. And as you see, there's the impact crater. So that gives you a little bit of perspective on where this room is in the world. So if we go to world map, we can see we're at the far end of Magmor, and there's the Phazon mines, which we're about to connect to. And there's the overworld, which contains the impact crater. So, I think it's kind of cool that you can actually see the crater here. And through here, this elevator goes to Phazon Mines West. And you can see in this shot just how big the plasma beam is. Oh, another thing I can show you. I mentioned this back when we got the wave beam, but as you see on the visor on the lower right, she has different hand configurations based on which beam she's on. Well, if I go to X-ray, it's kind of hard to see, but you can actually see her hand inside there in the different configurations. It's kind of hard to see right now. Something to do with the way X-ray visor looks on my emulator. I'll try and get a better shot. If I can get it against a blacker background. Well, you can see it. So here we are back in the mines. Bunch of Phazon, which now does have a thermal signature. And grapple across. So this puts us in this room. And this would take us deeper into the mines where we need to go, actually. But we want to go back up. Because not only do I want to go in that room and go in from this side, because I can't do anything this way, though I will show you a little bit of it. There's stuff I want to do up here, like at that and this. So, take out these turrets. Now, there's a bunch of troopers in here. You can see them down below. I believe there is actually a plasma trooper down at the bottom. Take him out. This is a big room. Yeah, there's a plasma trooper. Can I scan him from up here yet? No, not quite. Well, we're gonna hop down here. Okay, so that's the final trooper. I'll take him out with plasma beam. He actually takes a couple of fully charged shots. They are tougher. And down here. He falls in the Phazon and dies. They have no Phazon resistance. Let's see. There's a turret there. I believe. Won't let me shoot it at this angle, so just wasted a super missile. So on one of the walls here, as you can see, we've got tracks leading to both sides. One of them leads up, and I believe one of them has a missile upgrade. It might be that. Yeah. As you can see, that wall I can see through. If I drop a power bomb. Okay, there's plasma. Something else is shooting me. There we go. Grab that. So as you can see, there's a plasma beam door down there in the phase zone. I could go walking through there if I wanted to, but it would hurt a whole lot. So I don't really want to do that. I believe there are also, yeah, you can see there's an invisible platform here. This is where we start getting the invisible platforms now that I've got the X-ray. So that's the only way out. Like I said, the boss is in there. So this is how we're actually going to exit once we beat the boss. We'll be coming out this way. But for now, we can't do anything here, so I'm going to head up this way. Show you what this looks like. Now we get the regular Phase on Mines music again. Blow that up. So you can see we're very low on the power bombs again. So this puts us back here in Elite Control. I believe there are some, yeah, so watch this. I can just vaporize them while they're still in the ceiling. Don't have to fight them. Really nice. So now we want to go back up to Elite Control access. We want to grab this and that. So we're heading back up. Those and other things. And I'm going to need to recharge my power bombs to do that. So let's see if I can't find some. They were kind of rare drops from the crates and such. Puts us back in here. I believe... No, not yet. At one point there's going to be Metroids flying around this room. I know that for certain. So we're going to hop down here. Actually, you know what? We should go all the way up. Because if we go from the other way and come in normally, there's cool stuff we can get. Back out here. These guys are now a piece of cake. As you see. Some of these up. Some goodies. Nothing really good. Okay. Head back through here. This time, they're stealth pirates instead of those turrets. So now, give me anything? Yes. Good. Now I can blow this up. goes. Get this guy. Up to 165 on our missiles. Now we're back in here. Now it's a bunch of wave troopers in the walls, which we're just gonna vaporize. See, I don't even have to lock onto them with the speed. It does it on its own. If it hit multiple of them at once, it might be kind of worth using, but as you see, I dropped almost 100 missiles there. Kind of a waste. So I believe up top there are stealth pirates this time. Oh, and turrets. And as you can see, these turrets are a lot more accurate. They're a lot better at predicting your movements. Oh no, it's Ice Beam. Okay. Good. I'll take that. Real easy. So now, I can blow this up. And if I scan this, deactivates that force field. So now I can go down there. Grab this. This is storage depot. This is our flamethrower, which I'm going to use it right now to show it to y'all, and that's really about the only time I'm ever going to use it, because it's useless. I don't know if y'all can hear that rain. Weather just got cool in the last 2 days. The temperature dropped and suddenly it's fall and got a lot of heavy rain. So, get a nice little flamethrower. It feels like it uses the missiles slower than the Wave Buster. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it sets things on fire, it deals heavy damage, so there's no real reason to use it over the regular plasma beam. The plasma beam by itself is effective enough. But it's cool that it's in there. The charge missile combos in Metroid Prime 2 are considerably more effective, more useful, more interesting. If we get into that game, we'll see them then. So now, head back in here. There are some guys up top. I'm going to take them out first. I do have to lower these platforms again, I think. Or no, maybe not. Some wave troopers up here. Oh no, there's turrets. Well, take them out anyway. And as you can see, a fully charged power plasma beam shot takes out even these advanced turrets. There's one more up here. Yeah. He can't shoot me from this angle, so he's just kind of looking around. So now, I can break out this guy. He gets all mad. You can see he looks completely different than the other elite troopers. He doesn't have armor, he doesn't have weapons, he's just covered in Phazon boils, basically. This is the Phazon Elite, or the others are called elite troopers. This is just the Phazon Elite. Phazon charged elite pirates rely more on their wave quake generators, opting not to carry the vulnerable plasma artillery cannons used by the normal elite, so they are choosing not to use the cannons. They just use the shotgun, shockwave. Direct fusing a Phazon into their bodies provides a tremendous level of energy, but it lowers their lifespan, and they really don't care. So, I can shoot him in the face. His shockwave, as you see, he uses it much more often and it's much larger. He just stomps around, but that's really his only attack. And he does have the hand thing, and he can slash at you a little bit, but he's considerably easier than the other one, just because you don't have to worry about taking out that gun. So, just gonna hit him with a couple super missiles in the face, and that's gonna do it. Actually, you know what? Let me hit him with an ice missile and see what it does. I've never tried that. Oh, so that freezes him. That's really cool. And it killed him. So, here's an artifact. If you remember, way back in the day, we read a pirate scan that said that they were trying to infuse the Chozo artifacts with Phazon to see, you know, what that would do, since they figured they were tied to the Phazon somehow. So this is kind of what that was about. He was keeping an artifact in this tank with the Phazon Elite. You can see there's still a little bit of Phazon up top there. But, there's that. 6 of 12. And it's also number 6 for us. So, we are heading back down to here to progress further through the mines. I don't remember if there's anything along the way that I can get now. If there is, I'll show you when I get to it. But we're going to do a little cut. See you guys in a minute. Okay, so this time through, this guy attacks us. Now he does not have the wave beam generator, or the plasma cannon on his back. So, he's going to be like that other guy we just fought. Except he's in really close quarters. But a couple hits to the face will do the job. As you see. So, we're back in this room. Now, there's a bunch of wave troopers up here. If I actually fire my spreader missile, whoop, freezes them all up. Really cool. Okay. So now we're going to save real quick. And now we can head this way. Nothing? Alright. So we get some turrets in here, which actually, I don't have to take them out because I can do this. If I drop down through here, you can see there's a whole bunch of them. They're shooting at me. I'll hop over here. And then scan this. Shuts them all down. I'm free to explode them at my leisure. These are empty tanks. Cryotank failure, bioform life signs of flatline, so these are the remains of something that was in this tank. Can't blow up the tank. Same with this one. Okay. This is Metroid Quarantine A. As you can see, we've got some pirates down there. And on the other side of this force field, we have some Metroids. Now, we have a couple options here. I could face those pirates. Or, I could scan this right here. And do something cool. This lets the Metroids out, and they are going to latch right onto the pirates. And start sucking them up. So you can see they're fighting each other. Latches onto his head. Takes him right out. Now they're going to come after me. And I'm going to show you all something. I'm going to test it for myself, actually. Because I'm not sure if it happens or not. You know how they're supposed to get bigger when they suck off energy, we're gonna let him latch onto me and see if he actually grows. Which it doesn't really look like he is. Though I'm pretty sure that when they do this, see he lets off after a little while. I'm pretty sure it gives him more health when he does that. No, maybe he does get bigger. He does look a little bigger. No. Oh well, as you see, Plasma Beam is very effective against them. So, got some scans. Security now taking volunteers for hunting parties. The target is Bioform Samus Aran, known as the Hunter. So they are looking for volunteers to come hunt me down. Suspension of synthetic Metroid rations has been ordered to be replaced with live bioenergy sources. So as we read in a previous pirate scan, they were trying to feed Metroids basically solid food and it wasn't working. And so they're saying, okay, we're going to give them live creatures to feed on. So kind of curious as to what they're actually feeding them. Fungal invigoration fluid processing levels normal. Studies indicate decreased aggression between elite pirates and irradiated Metroids. So, pirates that have been infused by Phazon and Metroids that have been infused by Phazon are less hostile to each other. Science team believes the infusion of Phazon in these units may be forming a type of symbiosis between them. Further studies are underway. So, Phazon it's an organic mutagen and it turns everything to itself, essentially, so that creatures that have been mutually mutated by Phazon become friends, in a way. Which we'll learn more about in Metroid Prime 3. I don't know if I'll be playing that for y'all. That would require me getting a capture card. Infusion of Phazon into local fungi is proceeding. This program has produced a cheap, viable ration for many of our Phazon-enhanced units. Mass production program has been authorized. So we'll see some giant mushrooms down below that they created. So there's a whole bunch of Phazon tanks, as you see. Over here. The science team reminds all personnel to refrain from antagonizing Metroids. Severe penalties will be enforced, so basically some of their units have been, taunting Metroids and messing with them, and they're saying, don't do that. Here's a Space Pirate hand scan. Some Phazon tanks. More empty stasis tanks in the walls. I think I can shatter these for some reason. This is synthetic Metroid ration mix. So this is a processing unit for the synthetic mix they were using for Metroids that they're now scrapping. Charge my missiles a little bit. Okay, so here's some of the giant mushrooms they've been using. As you can see, they're shooting out Phazon dust, essentially, now. Here's a Metroid floating around in the Phazon. He likes it a lot. We're just gonna pop him like that. So, how do we get across there? Well, there's some platforms that are invisible. I hop up here. You can see these are pretty Phazon infused now. They're gigantic. I don't know if I can scan them. Yeah, I can. Size increase of 400%. So by infusing these with Phazon, they made them really big. We can hear the Phazon sound there. There's stuff all over this place, so we're gonna hop across. There's more Metroids over there. As you'll see, a lot of the Metroids that are running around the Phazon pools move a little bit more erratically than regular Metroids. Oh, and you can see the kind of damage I take by standing in Phazon. It is intense. Even with the gravity suit, this stuff hurts. So up here, there's more platforms. That one leads up. I'll go there in a second. Because if I jump over here, it wants me to take the spider ball track up there, but this wall is false. As is this one. There's a little track here. Take over. take this up. To... where is it? Up here. There's a missile. So now we're gonna head back that way. Jump back. Can I land on here? I can. Oh, but I missed. Okay. I landed, but I fell off. So I'm not sure exactly, you know, how these platforms are invisible. I don't know if they're space pirate platforms or, you know, it's something to do with the Phazon that's doing that. It's never really explained. Because I know the space pirates have cloaking technology. Okay, so here we've got some regular old burrowers, just the normal guys. I feel like this was an opportunity to put in some, like, you know, Phazon burrowers or something, but oh well. So, we've got more heavy Phazon. And we've got a red door. This is another elevator. Phazon Mines level 3. So as you can see, we get another shot of the crater. We're going to go even deeper down. Welcome to the final level of the Phazon Mines. Okay. So, there's a random pirate. I really got why he was here. He's funny. As you can see, there's fungus growing all through the walls here. A bunch of Phazon at the bottom. There is actually a missile power-up down there that I'm going to get right now. At my own hazard, because I don't want to come back for it later. It's a long way back. So, continuing on. Okay, so here we've got some Hunter Metroids. Again, which I can just... as you see, they're a little tougher than the regulars. Takes a few plasma beam shots. It's actually easier to freeze them. Like so. Fall. Where'd you go? Ow. Okay. Draw him over this way so I can actually fight him. Come on. Okay. So as you can see, there's nothing this way, the door is up there. I need to get up there and use that glider up there to get around. Fungus show up on the thermal. Kinda hop back over this way. Place is all lit up now. I believe the lights are gonna go out soon. Make this place really dark. So you can see there's a glider here for some reason. There is... so it's not this one, but there's a door in the other room. So I want to go over there. And the gliders stop moving when you latch onto them. So we're continuing on. Okay, this room. This is a little morph ball, little circular tunnel. There's a lot more like this in Metroid Prime 2. Now if I head across here, I can go down. Now, down this way, there you can hear a sound. There's actually an artifact down below. But I have to go through the Phazon to get it. I have to go down here. And then I have to travel down through a whole bunch of those blocks to destroy and then get to the artifact. And even with all of the power tanks that I have now, energy tanks, I will not survive. So how do I get that? Well, we're going to find out later. Okay, so here it's dark. So this is, you see there's a bunch of Metroids. Really need thermal to get around here, though I like the way it looks. Like, it looks really cool with all the blue All the phazon dust coming off those mushrooms. Yeah, you can kind of see the difference in the power between just the regular shot of the beam and the fully charged shot like that. It took how many shots of the regular beam, and you know, one fully charged shot just vaporizes them. Sometimes. So as you can see, there's a guy down there. He is all phazon infused and flipping out, making all kinds of sounds. Don't get me. There we go. And he seems to be a little tougher than the others. So, there's a couple things here. There's a door up there, which we're going to get right now. If we let the glider come around. This is another storage or missile station. Okay, so I was wrong. There's 3 missile stations in the game. This is number 2. There's one more at the very, very end of the game. Like, right before the final boss. Okay. No, 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 no. Get out. So there's that. And then there is way down here. There's an odd little ring of mushrooms, and in the middle of them, that power bomb. There's a missile power up. Now we gotta get all the way back up. Hop through all this phazon. Take the glider across to there. This can be kind of a tricky drop, because you can overshoot the mushroom. Okay, so this is kind of an odd thing here. I never got this. So as you see, there's a couple bamboo, but they're invisible. I can see them in X-ray, and that's it. Now, I know from a previous scan that the space pirates were using bamboo, so presumably they put these here and they've given them cloaking somehow? I don't really understand. These are the only bamboo like this you'll ever see in the entire game. Only in this room. Just those 3. I don't get it. This is Quarantine Access B. Presumably those are security units. Oh, so, here we are. This is the final big room before the boss. The save room over there. That's where we're going to stop in a little bit once we get over there. First we get some plasma troops. See actually how the... See, so the flamethrower vaporizes them, but it's not nearly as effective as just shooting them. More over here. Okay. So... take this up. Up down here. Then grapple across. Get over here. That opens the gate. There's some more troopers. The rest are wave. Okay. A few more scans. Health alert, phase-on radiation warning is still in effect. Do not enter a phase-on processing area without level 8 radiation gear. Prolonged exposure is 100% fatal. Phase-on processing efficiency at maximum, production at 180%, 187%, and rising. So, this right here, this is our final, well, is that actually the, yes, this is the final pirate data in the game. This is the last one we needed. As we continue to observe the development of Project Helix's elite pirates, it becomes increasingly obvious that these warriors will usher in a new era of space pirate dominance. They are incredibly resistant to damage, and their ability to transport and wield so many weapons at once makes them the ideal mainstays of our ground forces. Though they are not as quick as the typical pirates, it makes little difference. With a platoon of elite pirates in the vanguard of an army of normal and flying pirates, we will have a near indestructible backbone that should turn the tide in any engagement. So they're planning to use the elite pirates as a, main trooper force. Omega Pirate absorption system test results are in. Field test indicates that the system is very effective against beam weaponry. We are alarmed at the field's inability to handle missile attacks, however. So that's a hint for the Omega Pirate, the boss we're about to fight. He is resistant to beam weapons, but missiles are his weakness. The science team is working around the clock to correct this critical design flaw. The Omega Pirate cannot afford such a weakness in battle. Data suggests the Omega Pirate lifespans are critically low. High levels of phase-on exposure are causing rapid cell degeneration. No subject lived longer than 2 decacycles in our simulations. Their lifespans must be increased to be cost-effective. So it costs a lot to create those guys, and they don't live longer than 20 years. So this is another super missile. Cool. So I just want to show you guys above pirate data, we have all of them. And as far as Chozo lore, we have all but one, the final one, which is in that little area in the beginning of the Chozo ruins that I didn't go to because I needed the grappling hook and the barrier suit. So we'll be doing that later. Maybe next episode. So for now we're going to go save. And we're going to stop here. So next time we're going to go beat the elite pirate. We're going to get a cool new power-up, a hidden power-up that will complete our power-up collection, and then we're going to go hunting for the final missiles and power bomb upgrades and etc throughout the game, get all the artifacts, and go beat the final boss. So we are nearing the end of our run, guys. Thanks for sticking with me so long. See you next time.